What is up, awesome people of the internet? Guys, we are back. We are back. We are back, ladies and gentlemen, for a official recap of the 2025 WNBA Draft. Mama could not make it in person, but I'm going to call her and we're going to talk through this thing together. Okay, let's get to it.
Hello.
Hey, Mama.
Hey.
All right. So, Mama, the WNBA draft is officially over. And it was interesting. I want to talk to you about it. I want to talk to you about the WNBA draft. So what we going to do, Mama, we're going to talk through the first round in pretty good detail. And then we're going to focus quite a bit on the Chicago Sky, which is like our specialty, right? And yeah, we'll just see how it goes. We're not going to be on for long, guys. It's going to be a quick one with me and Mama's reactions. But Mama, overall, that's funny. Mama, Missy is saying that you don't sound excited. Mama, let me know. What did you think about this WNBA draft? What was your thoughts overall?
Well, I didn't see it from the very beginning. What I saw was about the 21st pick. I think it was going forward. And I guess the players that I thought were going to be in the more popular players, I thought were going to be in the draft. Mm-hmm. I would have to say that, and maybe they were the first 20 picks. I know Paige Becker was number one, but I'm just saying I didn't see the other picks, and what I did see, it wasn't as exciting as I thought it would be. Not that I'm just saying the more popular players. Right. Is what I'm saying. I didn't see a lot of popular players. And like I said, I started from like the 21st pick is when I saw the coverage. So that could be why I don't sound as excited because I don't know. I've seen the WNBA draft many times, and this one didn't seem to have the that it usually has.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure. Like I said, I felt at least the ones that I did see, I was like, okay, yeah. We've had drafts where the players not only were more popular, but they seem to be. I don't know. I guess all these that are in there are actually seniors. I'm assuming that most of these players that were drafted this time are seniors versus the juniors that I thought some of them should have came out, but they didn't. So maybe that's why. So maybe if you go over the picks 1 through 20, maybe I feel different. But just even looking at the broadcast, whatever, it's just like they didn't really have that same excitement as what they used to have.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel like overall last year was way more like really, really exciting. Mm-hmm. And this year, you know, it was some good picks, but it was a lot of international picks. And let's go through it, Mama, because there's a lot of international players. I was like, wow. Okay.
But why they all of a sudden want to do? I know we do have international players. Don't get me wrong, but why are they in this draft using so many of the international players that most of us don't know?
I think it's because GMs are afraid for their jobs, and they picked experience over everything. Yeah.
Wow.
So let's go through it, Mama, and we gonna talk through it as we go through it. So number one was, of course, Paige Beckers going to the Dallas Wings from the Connecticut Huskies. So Paige Beckers, of course, number one pick. Everybody expected this. This is someone who can literally do just about everything on the court. No real surprise at all. Are you surprised, Mama, that Paige Beckers is pick number one?
if she was not number one, I would have been upset because like, who you gonna put over her? Okay, let's be real.
Mm-hmm.
Who you gonna put over Paige? So that was a no brainer. Um, I know Dallas had the number one pick, and I know she's going to do well, but I don't know if they're going to uh, be in a championship mode.
Oh no, but they have a chance of making the playoffs.
Well, yeah, that's
so
hopeful.
They're gonna make progress over last year, I think. But no, they're definitely not contenders, I would say. But hey, who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Ultimately, but Mama, this next pick for number 2, I don't think you know her, but her name is Dominique Malunga. She is a French player. She is, I believe, 6'6", I believe. Okay. She is. They call her the female Wemby.
The female what?
Wemby. Victor Wembanyama from the French player from that's on the that's in the NBA for the Spurs. She's very tall. Her arms are very long. Also, she's a post player who has like guard like skills. She could shoot threes, which is absolutely huge. She's young. She's 19 years old, but she's been playing professional basketball in France for a decent amount of time. And she can dunk, which is effortlessly she can dunk. I'll show you a video.
You have a female dunker?
I'll show you a video tomorrow. But this girl can effortlessly dunk. But yeah, she's very young, but she has a lot of talent. Like her potential is absolutely huge. And so I think this is a really good pickup for the Seattle Storm, picking up Dominique Malunga. Yes. You already have Ezzy Magmagor. You already have Nneka Ogwumike. You got Skylar Diggins-Smith, and now you have like sort of like the young enforcer who's going to be doing her thing down low. And I'm excited to ultimately see what she can do with Seattle.
Yeah, with that kind of height, I think Seattle needs that.
Yeah.
They need that.
Yeah. All right, Mama. Next up, got some players that you know.
Okay.
With the number 3 pick, the Washington Mystics selected Sonia Citron from Notre Dame.
Yes. Okay. They got a good player.
Yeah, they got somebody who could play defense. Somebody who can knock down the three if they need her to. She's averaged 14.3 points a game this past year with Notre Dame, and so I wasn't surprised by this pick at all. What do you think, Mama?
I'm not surprised by her. I'm glad she was drafted high. What team is she going to now?
The Mystics.
Washington.
The Washington Mystics. And remember, the Washington Mystics, they didn't just have the number 3 pick. They had the number 4 pick as well. And so they picked back to back. So at number 3, they got Sonia Citron. At number 4, they got Kiki Ira-Affin from USC. Yeah.
They got some hype.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're gonna need it too.
Yeah, Kiki Ira-Affin, she's she's someone who can really get that mid range going.
She's USC, right?
Yeah, she was at USC.
Yeah, she was the one that carried when Juju got hurt. She was the one that was carrying the team that game, that the rest of that game, and then that following game. She kind of like put the team on her back. So I'm happy for her.
Yeah, I think she'll do some good stuff there.
Yeah, hopefully Washington will be able to. They definitely need some hype too, but I'm just hoping that she'll make a great impact on their team, and I want to see these players that's coming in the door make an impact on the game out the gate, because they were so good at the college level. And I know there's a learning curve for the WNBA, but at the same time, I think they're good enough to just fit right in there and make an impact right away.
Yeah, I do think she's gonna likely come off the bench. Likely come off the bench
And that's
for
fine.
the Washington Mystics, but I think she's gonna be playing probably behind Aaliyah Edwards.
She has to. She has to
Because
play behind
Aaliyah Edwards
She can't. She
has
can't
been
get in
doing
front of
great.
Aaliyah.
Yeah.
But
It's a good
but that's a
1-2 punch
great
though.
relief. But that's a great relief for Aaliyah.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
Another tall person that can come in and be at the rim that can help take Washington further. Because Aaliyah did well, but she does need help because she can't play the whole game. Come on now. So it's okay for Kiki to come off the bench the first year, and as she progresses, who knows? They may be in competition for the starting position. Who knows?
Now all Washington really needs is a little like they have some height, right? Kiki's 6'3". I forgot exactly how tall Aaliyah Edwards is, but decently sized. But like I think they have the power forward stuff situated now, fully situated. The power forward is situated. It's just what do they do now for like their future center is a question that I think they'll eventually have to answer. But anyway, let's continue on, Mama. Let's talk about the first real surprise I saw of the draft, and it was with the Golden State Valkyries. They had the number 5 pick in the draft, and they picked Justus Josite from Lithuania. She is an international player who plays for Lyon. She is another very, very young player. Again, I told you about the theme of the international players. Like, Mr. President and Princess is fighting a little bit. Anyway. Anyway, where Princess was just sitting there, and Mr. President, he came up to her and tried to punk her out of her spot, but she wasn't moving. So he tried to bark at her. Anyway, Justus Josite, and I may be pronouncing her name wrong, but she is a scorer, right?
Okay.
And the thing about this draft is that it seems like these teams are these GMs. Hey, I think maybe they're afraid for their jobs or something. I don't know, but like they're getting players who are proven overseas. She's a 6'1" forward who can score and can make some stuff happen. Again, most Americans are not very familiar with her. I've only read about her. I've seen a little bit of her game, but not much to really actually have a real opinion about her. But yeah, they did pick her up with the Golden State Valkyries. And that was a big surprise for me. I did not think they were going to pick her that high up. However,
what height is she? What height is
6'1".
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So the thing is, I thought with the international players, though, some of them may not, even though they are getting drafted, some of them may not actually come to the States for a minute or so.
Yeah, they might not. So we'll see. We'll see what Justus Josita end up doing. That's the thing. Like with these international players, you're right. We just don't know ultimately if they're going to be like a draft and stow type player. Like you draft them to get their rights, and they're not going to play with you for a while. Like we don't know. But she is talented. But I just didn't expect the Golden State Valkyries to draft her, especially that high up.
Okay.
I thought Anissa Mora was going to be the number 5 pick.
But don't they need height?
I mean, yeah, every team needs height.
No, but I'm just saying, if I remember correctly, all the players that they do have, none of them have really real height, right? When they did the
expansion draft, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, I don't remember them having anybody that had real height.
They were okay.
So that's probably why they are picking her more so.
Possibly, but I mean, she is a scorer. She can score. That's okay. I mean, they got Stephanie Talbot, who's 6'2". They got Timmy Fag-Benley, who's 6'4". They got Chloe Bibby, 6'2".
They got some height.
Kara Linskin, 6'2". Alyssa Cunane, 6'5". Letitia Mehier, 6'3". They have a decent amount of height. Monique Billing, 6'4". So yeah.
Okay, they got height. I guess I forgot the ones that were drafted during the expansion.
Yeah. All right. I know, Mama, you tired, so I'm not gonna keep you too much longer. But I just want to go through the rest of these picks real quick.
Okay.
With the number 6 pick in the draft, the Washington Mystics selected Georgia Amore from Kentucky.
I love her. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. She is so good. She is so good. How she's able to shoot those threes, and how she wiggle her way through to the rim. That's the way I look at her. She like wiggles her way through the rim to the rim. But she likes to shoot those threes. But she's not even that tall, right?
She's not. She's short. She's a shorty, 5'6".
Wow, she that short?
Yeah.
She don't really look that short when she's playing though.
She is a shorty.
Well, she definitely can play.
Yeah, but
is she gonna be their point guard?
Mama, I was shocked.
You were shocked that she got
picked that high. Yeah.
But she's a point guard though.
She is, but at the same time, Mama, I truly did not expect Georgia to be picked that high. I mean,
she's so good.
She is. I don't know. I'm just a little shocked. I know.
I don't think you had her in your draft picks at all.
Not in the first round. Yeah.
No, you didn't. I know.
Yeah.
I can see you being shocked in that regard. But I understand why she is though, because she is that good as a point guard and a scoring guard. So they're gonna need that. Her skill set is really good. So I'm happy for her that she was drafted high. Even though it wasn't expected, I'm happy. That's what I'm saying. We need I'm happy for players that I recognize their name and their style of play from watching them this past season. So she's good. She's good. Yeah, you really like the Georgia Amore, Mama. But I like her play.
I
mean, she is a good player, and she always is the one that steps up for the team. So the team is always going to look for her. And every time she's on the court, she got 2 to 3 people trying to guard her. That's how good she is, and that's
if she's hot from the 3.
Wonderful.
If she's hot from the 3, yes. Because she's one of those players who can be streaky. Either she can be exceptionally good or just flat out terrible. Like she can be in that extreme, but she is a really good passer, and so I think that probably is ultimately what it came down to for the Washington Mystics. They wanted someone who can not only score but can pass.
They need it. They need her. I think she's going to fit well with them.
Oh, DW reminded me I had Georgia Amore going 8. Thank you.
Oh, you did have it in the first round.
I see. The thing is, Mama, I have been live for so long, and this draft has taken so long that I don't even remember what I had this morning. I don't even remember. That's how long of a day it has been. Wow. Thank you, DW, for reminding me of what I said earlier. Because I don't have my graphic of my mock draft up, and so I don't even remember. But Mama, just so you know, Shamika said, "Can Mama adopt me?" Just saying.
Sure, I would love to.
Oh man! All right, Mama. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. And let's talk about somebody that we know and love a lot. With the number 7 pick, the Connecticut Sun picked up Anissa Morrow from LSU.
Yes.
That's a Chicago girl right there.
But I thought because of her height, she wouldn't be drafted high.
Yeah, she is a bit short, right? She is 6'1". She is a bit on the short side for a power forward.
Right.
However, in a lot of ways, her and Angel were very, very, very similar, right? In terms of like both being undersized for their role. However, being this just rebounding juggernaut.
Like a beast. She's like a beast.
Yes. Yes,
Yeah.
absolute beast.
I love her play.
But I'm happy for her. Now, Mama, I gotta say that when they announced that she was drafted to the Connecticut Sun, maybe this is me reading in.
Wait a minute. You said it to Connecticut Sun.
Yeah, she's going to Connecticut. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
She's gonna be with
Mabry. Mabry's there.
Oh, she's going. Oh, okay. Well, they need that help.
They do. But remember, Connecticut lost their entire starting lineup.
Yeah.
Marina wanted to leave, but they wouldn't let Marina leave. And this is a team that got a new head coach, all that stuff. They don't have a great training facility, and I may be reading in a little bit too much, but when they announced Anissa's name and said she was going to Connecticut, it kind of looked like she was a little disappointed.
I'm sure she was.
It kind of, because a lot of draft boards, including myself, had her going number 5 to Golden State, and to go from Golden State, that would be Sharon. They had really, really nice stuff. They were gonna get the hand-me-downs from the Warriors.
Warriors.
So they got some nice stuff. To go to Connecticut, who is practicing in a rec center, basically. Doesn't have the nicest of stuff, and so like it kind of seemed like she's a little disappointed.
Yeah, but I think her Mabry gonna play well together though.
Yeah, and also Tina Charles. Remember, Tina Charles signed back with Connecticut, and so I think awesome. Leadership wise, I think Tina Charles is going to teach Anissa a lot. Like, I think that's going to be very beneficial for Anissa in the long term.
I didn't know she went to the Suns.
Yeah, because remember Tina Charles started at Connecticut and then ended up leaving, and now she's coming back. So
she did like a 1-year deal.
Yeah, I believe it's a 1-year deal. Yeah.
Okay, because she's about ready to retire too.
Yeah. I think she has probably another year, maybe 2, in her belt, and then she'll probably retire after that. All right, Mama, we got some super chats. We'll get to these real quick. Thank you so much, K Cook, for the super sticker. It is a Shiba dog shouting "Good luck" in a microphone. Well, salute to you, K Cook. Thank you so much for the support. And also, Sierra, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, for Mama and Moro and I, appreciate all the live tonight. Has been super fun and interesting. Well, appreciate you, Sierra, for the financial support of the channel. Really do appreciate it. All right, Mama. I know I told you I wasn't going to have you here for long. We've been here for a little while. And sorry about that. I know you're tired, Mama, but we're going to go through these kind of quicker, a little bit, hopefully quicker. All right, Mama.
I'm not going to interrupt so much. Okay.
Number 9, we have the LA Sparks end up picking up Sarah Ashley Barker from Alabama. I don't know if you've watched that much of her game this year, but Mama,
no, I did not.
She is so talented. She is a guard who has like that sort of I'm gonna finish this game type of mentality. Someone who can put her team on her back. She is a really good player. She played at Alabama. She's 6 foot tall. I talked about her this morning. I wanted the Chicago Sky to pick her up. I was hoping that Sarah Ashley Barker would have been picked by the Chicago Sky, but unfortunately, the LA Sparks got her before that.
And it's the number 9 pick.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, also, Mama, how did I forget this? I'm sorry. I just skipped the number 8 pick. How in the world I skipped the number 8 pick? All right, with the number 8 pick in the WNBA draft, the Connecticut Sun picked up Sanaya Rivers. Now, this was another player I had going to the Chicago Sky.
Yes, you did.
And she's gone. I really, really liked Sanaya Rivers. Like, she reminds me so much of Kalia Copper. Like, she is a guard that that's very athletic that can get to the rim. Now, Sanaya is not the best of shooters, but defensively, oh my goodness, she's so good.
And we needed that.
We needed it. And now we won't get it. It's sad. But hey, the Chicago Sky had 10 and 11. They didn't have 8 and 9 because 8 and 9 were exactly the picks I would have made with Sanaya Rivers and Sarah Ashley Barker. All right, but Mama, here's the point. We have reached our way to the Chicago Sky. So with the number 10 pick in the WNBA draft, the Chicago Sky end up picking up Aisha Sivka from Slovenia. Now, Mama, I know you've never heard of her before. To be honest with you, before the WNBA draft and before I started doing research, I never heard of her before either. But she is a 6'4" power forward.
Wow.
Who can shoot.
Okay.
And we all know Tyler Marsh, he loves shooters. And so also we needed more height. So the Chicago Sky ended up picking her up. Now, to be honest with you, Mama, I was a bit surprised about this. She is very talented. She is tall and whatnot. So there's a lot of positives. There's also a question mark of whether or not she's actually going to even play this year in the WNBA or what. But yeah, that's the thing.
Because she's international?
Yeah. Like will she just stay overseas for another year? Like I think it's a huge question mark. But either way, I think she's a good person to have rights to.
Okay.
So that was the number 10 pick. Now the number 11 pick, Mama, I gotta tell you, I was a little bit like, what? Scratching my head about this. But the Chicago Sky with the number 11th pick picked Haley Van Lith.
That's what everybody kept saying, that Haley was coming to Chicago. That's what everybody kept saying online, that Haley was going to be a Chicago Sky. So they knew what they were talking about.
Clearly, yeah.
They knew what they were talking about. Well, they can use her energy for sure. They can use her energy. She plays well when she plays well, and when she don't play well, she don't play well. So, but she's a great player in general, and her and Angel will reconnect.
Yeah.
So
Mama, I was very surprised by this. I was just like, what?
So what? Because wasn't she a point guard at TCU?
Yeah, like she was, and she was very good at TCU. No,
but I'm just saying she was her position was a point guard.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Is that the position they drafted her as?
Well, yeah, she'll be a point guard for the Chicago Sky, point guard / shooting guard for the Chicago Sky.
Do you think she'll be coming off the bench though?
Oh, for sure. No, she can't start. Okay. No, she cannot start. No.
I'm just asking. I'm just asking. You know, she's very popular, and and she does have good play as a point guard. She does, and she can score. So that's why I asked that question. Do you think that she'll start for that reason?
Yeah, I don't know. I got to get used to it. I have to get used to it. Used to her being on the Chicago Sky because she's just so short.
I know, but
she's 5'9", Mama. She's short.
Yeah, she's short, but I think that she will work. Her height, I don't think has any bearing with her position.
We need taller guards. The Sky have had short guards for forever, and it's like we need height.
I know. I think she'll work though. I think she'll work.
Yeah, but one thing is for sure, Mama. Angel Reese is very happy about this.
Well, that's a good thing.
And I'm pretty sure Angel had a lot of influence on this decision.
Well, she wanted to play with her again, and she felt that she would fit in with the scheme of things, and I think she will do well, in spite of her height. I think she'll do well.
All right, really y'all heard it here first. Y'all heard it here first. Mama is a. I'm
rooting for Haley. I am. I love her. So.
All right, Mama is all in on Haley Van Lith to the Chicago Sky. Y'all heard it here first. Mama is down with the decision. Mm-hmm. All right, we got another super chat. Thank you so much, Marcus, for the super chat. Says Sivka will not be a power forward. She's more of a wing player. Yes, but with her height, this guy could kind of do a 3 or a 4. But yeah. She would be more coded to the small forward type of role. But I see her getting significant minutes at the power forward position for sure. But Mama, there's a lot of people who are saying they don't really like Haley going to the Sky. So Mama, you were one of the we got some people who are saying you right. We got some people saying you right. Okay. All right, so maybe mixed bag when it comes to Haley Van Lith. But Mama, because you are very excited about this, we gonna get you a Haley Van Lith jersey.
Okay.
That's what we gonna do. If there are jerseys available on the home opener, Mama, we getting you a Haley Van Lith jersey.
Yes.
On behalf of the awesome people of the internet.
Awesome. Awesome.
All right.
I'm looking forward to her.
Yeah, I mean, she has potential. I'm just surprised that that she was picked so high. That's my only thing. Like, as a second round pick, sure.
So well
she did. She did. Yeah, she did
so
play well.
So to me, she's deserving of this.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. All right. Then for the number 12 pick, we had Isaiah James get drafted to the Dallas Wings as their 12th pick.
How many picks did Dallas have?
They had the number 1. They had the number 12. They had the number 14.
Oh, so they had 3 picks. Okay.
I think they may have had more than that, but that's the first and second round. That's what they had. All right, real quick, lightning round, Mama, for the second round. Okay, we gonna just hit it and quit it. We're gonna be gone real fast.
Okay.
Because this stream has lasted a little bit longer than I expected. All right, in the second round, the Las Vegas Aces selected Aaliyah Nye. Fun fact about Aaliyah Nye: she was there. In the crowd, not even in the actual seating of where the players sat at, but she was in the crowd and got her name called. It was kind of like a fun highlight. Like last year, remember Kate Martin was sitting in the crowd supporting Caitlin, and then all of a sudden her name got called. And so Aaliyah Nye was in the crowd. She said she knew that her name was going to get called, but she was there to support her teammate, Sarah Ashley Barker, and Aaliyah Nye is headed to the Las Vegas Aces. All right, we also see the Dallas Wings pick up Madison Scott.
Isn't she the tall girl?
No, she's not that tall. She's she's decently sized, but she is a 6'2" player from Ole Miss. I mean, that's decently sized, 6'2".
No, I don't remember watching Ole Miss too much, so I don't know her.
Yeah. The Minnesota Lynx picked Anastasia Olari Kosu, another international player. She's from Russia. The Chicago Sky picked up Maddie Westbeld from Notre Dame.
That's who I'm talking about. Isn't Maddie tall?
Yeah. She was their power forward this past year. She's 6'3". Well, I mean, decent. Like, that's decent height. 6'3". She has dealt with injury, and so I don't think she's had as great of a season as she wanted to have this past year. But yeah, I was a little surprised, but hey, I like Maddie. I think it's always cool when the Chicago Sky can get a Notre Dame player because just the location of the team and whatnot. I think it makes a lot of sense. But yeah, Maddie Westbeld is headed to Chicago. I don't know if she makes a roster.
Oh, you don't think she will?
It's gonna be hard, Mama. The Sky got a lot of players, and we gonna do a separate stream where we gonna talk through these players. But like it's gonna be hard to make this team for Maddie Westbelt.
Wait a minute, is it still 15 players limit?
12.
12. I thought they were gonna extend it to 15.
Not that I mean, I don't think they expanded it.
Or maybe I'm getting it mixed up with it being, is it 15 teams? Am I getting that mixed up?
It's 13 teams. And college is 15.
Oh, okay. That's where I got it mixed up.
WNBA is 12.
Okay, got it. They need more people. They need to expand that roster.
That's true. But yeah, it's gonna be tough for her to make a roster spot. We'll see, because she's, we'll see. We have Cheyenne Sellers, who was picked in the second round to go to the Golden State Valkyries. She dropped substantially because she had that knee injury for a good amount of the season. And even though she's extremely talented, even though she's a tall guard, even though she can play the point guard or do the shooting guard thing, she is someone who has a significant injury. And teams want to win now, and so I think she ultimately dropped because of that.
Okay.
We have the Atlanta Dream picked up Tahina Paopao from South Carolina.
You go, girl.
Yeah, Mama is a fan of Tahina Paopao. I mean, that's probably because she plays for South Carolina. But
well, no, not only that, she can't. I love the way she shoots those threes.
Yeah, she is a shooter.
So I love her style too. It's just something about Paopao. Sorry.
The Indiana Fever had 2 back-to-back picks, and they picked up Michaela Timpson from Florida State, who is a really good rebounder. She's a power forward, really good rebounder. And they picked up Bree Hall from South Carolina.
What?
Yeah.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, I was surprised, Mama.
Wow. Now what is the Fever gonna do with all these players?
Well, I think Michaela is going to be difficult for her to make a roster. I think Bree Hall possibly has a chance because we know that Bree Hall is a very, very defensive-minded player.
Yeah.
However, the Indiana Fever, they just have they brought in so many players that I just got a huge question mark of like, she has a better chance than Michaela Timpson to make a roster for the Fever, but it's just going to be so difficult. It's going to be very, very difficult. And again, we'll do a separate stream where we go through the various rosters, but like, I think it's going to be hard.
I like her, though. I like her.
She's a tough player, and she plays some defense, though. She plays some real good defense. Does. All right, Mama, we in the South Carolina mode because next up, the LA Sparks selected Sanaya Fagan from South Carolina.
Yeah, she's good too.
Yeah, she stepped up big time this past year after Ashlyn Watkins ended up going down, and she's played great.
Yes, she did. Wow. I thought she was gonna go higher though. I thought she was gonna go in the first round.
Well, Dawn Staley said that she had Sanaya as a lottery pick. She said that last week, I believe. And I was surprised by that because I was like, what? Lottery pick? Sanaya Fagan? So, I mean, second round, there's a she gonna have to try a lot. She's gonna have to try real hard to make a roster. Because the problem is there's not enough roster spots for these players. These players are talented, however, it's just not enough roster spots. They got
to expand this roster. They just got to expand this roster at some point. Because this don't make any sense to have all these great players to come out of college and are ready for the WNBA, and you ain't got no spots for them.
Yeah.
I know we got 2 more teams coming next year, but that still doesn't expand the spaces.
Hopefully with the new CBA, they will expand the roster spots to, I would say, 14.
At least 2 more.
14 would be a great number.
At least 2 more.
Yeah.
12 is nothing. I mean, come on now. If you get 2 injured players, that can impact everything.
Yeah. I agree.
Go down, there it is. that's almost your season if 2 starters go down with only 12 players.
Yeah. No, you right, Mama. You right. All right, we got some more super chats. Thank you so much, Mai, for the super chat. Says, thanks for the dedication and coverage today, Quita. You and Mama are making this boring Sky Draft year better. And cheer up. I think Mama is right. Haley Van Lith will be fun for Chi-Town. Okay.
Yes.
All right, Mama. Mai is in agreement with your Haley Van Lith comment.
Yes.
Miracle, thank you so much for the super chat. Says Mama's Jersey Fund, great night for women in sports and its superstars. Well, salute to you. Thank you for helping to contribute to Mama's Haley Van Lith jersey. I appreciate it. I appreciate it, guys. We have 1,100 people watching the stream. However, Mama, can you believe, this is a bit shocking news, but can you believe there's only 260 likes? We have 1,100 people in the chat.
Hit that like button.
Y'all heard Mama, right? Y'all heard what Mama had to say? Mama said hit that like button. Thank you. Please and thank you. Please and thank you. All right. Let's continue on, Mama. Next up we have the Chicago Sky, who picked Aisha Kubali from Texas A&M. To be honest with you, Mama, I don't know too much about her. Okay. I mean, I've seen Texas A&M play, but I don't know too much about her. So I'm a do a whole bunch of research and look up her game and whatnot. I don't have much to say at all. But she has been drafted to the Chicago Sky. She is a 6-foot guard.
Okay.
All right.
Well, at least we got another guard.
Yeah. So we'll see. I'm gonna I'll have to look up some highlights because there's some people there's only so much you could pay attention to during the regular college season, and so I'm not familiar with her. So I'm gonna do my due diligence and really look into her, and then we're gonna talk about her at another time. All right.
Okay.
Number 11. Here's somebody I know very, very well. The Washington Mystics, with their 11th pick in the second round, they picked Lucy Olson from Iowa.
I don't remember her.
She played at what was it, Villanova, and then transferred. Was it Villanova? Anyway, she transferred to Iowa this past season, and a lot of people were talking about how she was supposed to be like the next Iowa star or whatever. She had a pretty good season. Like she is someone who can score. Yeah, she did come from Villanova. She's someone who can score. This past year, she averaged around 17 points a game. She's a good point guard. Okay. There were some people who had her like going higher up. I think she's a good second round pickup. Again, there's just a worry of, especially as we go on through this year, as we go on, like there's going to be a lot of question marks of whether these players will actually make a roster.
I know, and that was my for the last 2 years, I've been heartbroken by these players that got drafted and then they get cut. And they cut some of the best ones that came out of college, and that's why the draft is always exciting, but these players know that they got to do a lot of work to make these rosters, because the players that are already on the team, and then you got all these new players that's coming, so it's a lot of competition. So they're going to have to bring their best game, and hopefully they'll be healthy enough to get through this. So they can make a spot, and then you got to keep your spot. So it's a lot of work to be in the WNBA because the competition is fierce,
Very fierce.
And the Fever has stacked their team to the point I don't know if anyone's going to be able to beat them this year. I may be wrong, but I think they've stacked the team to the point that if the players that they traded in do well, they're going to be unstoppable. So.
Who, the Fever?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, but she got drafted to the Mystics.
I know, but I was just thinking.
Oh yeah, well yeah, you are right about the FIFA players though. You are right.
I kind of jumped off the subject, but I'm thinking about all the players that were drafted today. Those that are good, but not good enough to make the team. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be very, very tough. All right, Mama. Somebody in the chat gave some clarity around Kubali. They said that she is a beast, but was injured this year in a game against LSU. Okay. All right. So I pre-injury, I'll look her up and see what's going on with her. But again, I am not very familiar with her.
Okay.
All right. Next up, breeze through this. We got Dahlia Daniels, who was drafted to the Minnesota Lynx. She is a forward from Washington. We have Rhea Marshall, who was drafted to the Connecticut Sun. Both her and Anissa Morrell can't stay, so one of them getting cut. I'm pretty sure it's going to be Rhea Marshall. But I don't think both of them will make it on Connecticut's team. But we'll see. But she was the last pick in the second round. In the third round, we have Serena Sundell, who dropped like a rock. I don't understand why Serena Sundell failed so far. She was picked in the third round with the Seattle Storm. She is a 3-point assassin. She's also someone who's a really good passer as well. I don't understand why she was knocked down so far. I don't get it. She is a steal in this draft for sure. We also have the Dallas Wings, who picked up JJ Kennerly from West Virginia. I really like West Virginia this past year. I really like JJ Kennerly. She is an absolute scorer. The LA Sparks picked up Leah King from Notre Dame. I'm not that surprised that she dropped so low, but she is someone who is going to work to try to make that roster. The Seattle Storm picked up Madison Connor from TCU. Now, you remember Haley Van Liffen, what she did at TCU, but like one of the players that she was passing it to for some of those 3-point shots, it was Madison Connor. She can knock down shots.
Okay, I remember her name.
She can make an impact.
I remember her name.
So I'm not surprised she was drafted. I just, again, will she make a roster? I think it's gonna be very difficult. We have Kaylin Chen from UConn, who was drafted.
Yes, but I saw them call her name. I was like, she's so little, but she's so fun. She's so fun on the court. I tell you, I like when she comes up and down the court. Sometimes she has good games, sometimes she has bad games, but I like her.
Mm-hmm. And remember, she's the smart one. She went to Princeton, I believe, for college, and then she ended up transferring after she graduated from Princeton. She ended up transferring to UConn, and then of course, won a championship with them. So that's pretty cool. And I'm a bit surprised that she was drafted. She is talented, she is, but I was a little bit surprised. The Dallas Wings picked up Aronette Vonleh from Baylor. Mm-hmm. The Washington Mystics picked up Zay Green from Alabama. The Indiana Fever picked up Yvonne Ejim from Gonzaga. The Seattle Storm picked up Jordan Hobbs from Michigan. And here's one that I loved. I love this. Mama. The Las Vegas Aces picked up Harmony Turner from Harvard. And Mama, I don't know if you really watched Harmony Turner this past year, but Mama, she is such a fun player. She's so talented. And at Harvard, she was basically lighting up the Ivy League on fire. Like, really? I really liked watching her play. Again, will she actually make a roster spot? Probably not. But like the fact that she got drafted just says a lot about Harvard and just a lot about her hard work, right? Okay. She's short. She's not very tall. She's 5'10". However, she is someone who can score. This past year, I believe she averaged like 19.3 points a game. Wow. She's someone who can pass the ball as well. Again, I wish the WNBA had a G League because she would absolutely be a great candidate for that. But unfortunately, the WNBA does not have a G League. Let's get to some of y'all comments. We got a super chat. Thank you so much to Arletha for the super chat says Cheyenne Sellers wanted Chicago. She even wore sky blue. They should have picked her or Sundell.
Oh, wow.
Shaking my head. Well, hey, not everybody can get what they want. It is what it is.
Wow. Was she from Chicago?
Not that I'm aware of. No.
Okay, but she just liked Chicago. Maybe she just wanted to play with the players over here.
I mean, Chicago's a great city. You know.
No, but we live here, so we know.
So it could be that like maybe she's not familiar. Maybe it's not totally about the players. Even though I believe Angel and Cheyenne played together. I believe so. Somebody correct me in the chat, but I believe they did play together at Maryland.
Okay.
I believe so. But again, somebody correct me in the chat if I'm wrong on that. I believe they did. But let's get to another super chat. Thank you so much, Marcus, for the super chat. Says Kubali is similar to Sanaya Rivers, super athletic offense and defensive dynamo. She got injured during the season. Well, that's good to know. Thank you so much for see. This is why I appreciate the awesome people on the internet, because on information that I lack, y'all know, and y'all sharing it with me. So I really do appreciate y'all letting me know. Thank you so much, K Cook, for the super chat. Says thank you, Quita and Mama. Well, thank you, K Cook, for the super chat. Really do appreciate your support. Really, really, really do. You all are absolutely amazing. All right, Mama, we only got a couple more to go, and we are done.
Okay.
All right. Next up, we have the Atlanta Dream, who picked up Taylor Theory from Ohio State. We have Aubrey Griffin, who was selected by the Minnesota Lynx. Remember, Aubrey Griffin was on UConn. Now, all three of the UConn players were drafted, of course, Paige first. But her teammates, Kaylin Chen and Aubrey Griffin, were drafted as well. And Mama, I know you didn't listen to it, but like at the beginning of the draft, after they announced the fact that that Paige Beckers was drafted, she ended up talking about her teammates, and she said I'm a paraphrase, but she basically said that like teams need to draft both of her teammates need to be picked up. Basically, she's like, she's like Aubrey Griffin and Kaylin Chen need to be drafted. That wasn't the exact words that she said, but that was the vibe that was basically what she said. And so I was like, oh, okay.
Picking up for her team.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And because she had the platform, she's like, I'm going to speak my mind right now. So you GMs, if you have any doubt, these two are worth picking up. That's what she was saying. That's a leader right there.
Yeah. And it just shows that how much she like looks out and cares for her teammates. Like, it's just kind of cool. It's kind of cool.
She's an awesome person.
Yeah.
She just, I just can't wait to see what she does.
Yeah, I think she'll be pretty awesome. And then the final pick in the draft was Adija Kane. I think that's how you pronounce it, from France. She was picked up by the New York Liberty.
Oh, so they only got one pick, New York?
Yeah. They only had one pick in the draft.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's because they were the champs.
And it was, they had traded away their other assets.
Ah.
Yeah.
So it sounded like it was like at least 5 international players, if I remember correctly.
I think there was more than that. I think there was if you count Georgia Amore, it depends. I mean, technically, Georgia Amore is an international player. She's from Australia, but she went to school in America. So I wouldn't
count her then.
You wouldn't count her?
I wouldn't count her as an international because she's not coming from. She's already here within the States.
So there was 3 international draft picks in the first round, not including Georgia. If you consider Georgia, then it'd be 4, but 3 true international players. And then in the second round, you had one international player. That was a girl from Russia. And in the third round, you had one. Oh, you
Okay,
was
so I
right.
was right.
You was
I
right.
said five.
You
I was
was
not following
right.
doing them.
You was
I was
right,
trying to
Mama.
learn
I'm sorry. I'm
them.
sorry. I'm throwing you off. You was right.
Okay.
All right. Well, Mama, thank you. I know before the stream you said you was gonna do a couple minutes, but we have gone for 50 minutes. And I'm sorry, but thank you. This is way
You're
longer
welcome,
than I
baby.
expected.
You're welcome.
But any last words to the people? Any thoughts, overall thoughts about the draft itself, about the Chicago Sky in particular? Any overall thoughts you want to share?
Well, I think that the draft itself was not as exciting as I expected to be. But at the same time, there are some great players that are coming into the draft. And I'm looking forward to see who's going to stay and what kind of impact the new players are going to make on these teams.
Mm-hmm.
I think for the most part, the Fever are not worried about those that they drafted. The ones that they drafted today are not necessarily the ones that they expect to help them to win. They already got those people that they want. But I think for a lot of the other teams, they may have needed one or two players to make the difference. And I'm hoping that some of these new draftees are those pieces that the teams actually need to give them a boost. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens in the WNBA. I'm looking forward to seeing it being more exciting because I think all the teams have made some trades to make their teams better. So I think we're going to have some good games. For the most part, we're always going to have some losers. Don't get me wrong. I know somebody got to lose every game, but what I'm hoping to see is that everybody has raised their level of play by the people they brought into the system. That's what I'm hoping for the WNBA. That it will, and with the Valkyries being added, I want to see what they're gonna do as a new team. We know what Golden State Warriors believe in, and I'm hoping to see that they are going to be that same type of team that runs the floor and shoot those threes. So I'm just looking forward to see what the WNBA does this year. After watching the Unrivaled the whole season, you all, I watched the entire season of Unrivaled.
Y'all, I think
I
Mama may have actually watched more Unrivaled games than me. I think Mama was crazy with Unrivaled this past year. Like,
I love those 3-on-3. It was so exciting. Probably because the game was faster too, because it was only 6 players on the floor. But back to the WNBA. I'm sorry I jumped, but I'm hoping to see that they do rise to the occasion of putting a better product on the floor for every single team.
mm-hmm.
That we don't look at a game and say, oh, they're gonna lose. You know what I'm saying? Just like an automatic, oh, they're gonna lose or they're not gonna play. I don't want you, as you all learned last time. When I see a team get blown out, I turn it off. I want to see good games. I don't really care who's playing. Of course, I want the Chicago Sky to win every time, but I know they're not going to win every single time. But I don't care who's playing. I want to see a good game, defensively and offensively. I need to see a good game. If it's not a good game, I'm not watching it. Not for long, anyway. By halftime, if you don't have it together, that third quarter, first part of the third quarter, if it's still the same as the first and second quarter, I'm turning it off because basketball is supposed to be fun and exciting and entertaining. And when it stopped becoming that, I don't watch it.
And Mama is out of there.
That's it.
Oh, Mama, before we go, we got 2 more super chats. Thank you so much, Nina, for the super chat. Says donating towards a Haley Van Lift jersey for your mom.
Thank you.
I appreciate it, guys. Oh my goodness. And we got Shamika. Thank you so much, Shamika, for the super chat. Says Haley Van Lift Jersey Fund. I need a pep talk after these Sky picks. Oh my goodness. Mama, people. Yeah, it's a Jersey fun now. Thank y'all.
Thank you. So when I get it, we're gonna have to show. We're gonna have to do a stream where you all can see my New Jersey. Okay.
Yes, we got to see if they got pre-orders on sale already for it. But if we do, if it is, we gonna get that thing ordered, courtesy of the awesome people of the internet. Thank y'all so much for the super chats. Really do appreciate your support of the channel, guys. That has been the live stream. Thank you so much for rocking with me, guys. I did a stream this morning. I did a 2-hour stream during the draft, and then we just hopped on and did basically an hour here. So y'all have had me for about 5 hours today. Basically. Y'all have had me for 5 hours. And I'ma just say this. If we do not have a stream tomorrow morning, let this be the stream, okay? I will try to wake up tomorrow morning early to do a live stream. But if I don't wake up early, well, we just ain't gonna have a stream tomorrow morning. I'm gonna try my best. But if I don't have a stream, hey, you understand why I'm tired. All right. Thank you so much, Arletha, for the super chat. Says Cheyenne dad played for the Chicago Bulls. Oh, really?
What?
Oh. I know she had some sort of connection to Chicago. I didn't exactly know what it was. But that's cool. Wow. Thank you so much for letting me know. Thank you.
Right.
Well, yeah, but hey, it happens sometimes. It happens.
Yeah.
You can't always go where you want.
They could do a trade. Never know. She may end up with this guy doing another trade. Who knows?
You never know. Yeah, you never know.
Hey, hope for the best.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Anyway, guys, thank y'all so much for rocking with me. Salute to the awesome people on the internet. For those who watched the stream this morning and still with me now, wow. This has been a long day. Thank you so much. Anyway, thank you, Mama, for rocking out with the awesome people on the internet. And guys, we will see y'all soon. Mama will be back in the channel, hopefully in person next time, possibly.
Yes, we will. I will be back.
She will be back. We will be going through the rosters, talking about who likely will make a roster spot, who won't. We'll keep y'all posted on everything you need to know about training camp, all that good stuff. Oh my goodness, Mom, we got another super chat. Wow.
Oh,
thank you so much. Road 2, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, agree, rest, Quita. You balled today and tonight. Well, thank you. Thank you. I really do appreciate your support. Thank you. Anyway, guys, we got to go. On behalf of Mama and me, we are wishing you a very, very good night. See y'all later. Bye-bye.
Good night, everybody.